Welcome to another episode of Hobby Nonsense, where the points are made up and the game doesn't matter. Hi, how are you? No, it's where the game's made up and the points don't matter.
Basketball?
No, very. Whose line is it anyway?
Oh,
Did you ever? You were a Whose Line guy?
I mean,
No? Ryan Stiles.
Only
and-
so much you can watch that show.
Really?
It's just so repetitive. We get it.
we get
it.
you're witty. You're good on your feet to make up humor.
Oh my gosh, Wayne Brady, settle down.
Wayne Brady is a golden god in the improv world. I thought he does fantastic.
Who
does
is
fantastic.
Who is the tall guy that looks like Gonzo?
Ryan Stiles. That would be
Ryan Stiles.
Yes. And I know this.
Is he like your guy?
I was a big
Stiles
Ryan Stiles stand-up guy. Well, stand-up, I mean his improv, but also he was on the Drew Carey show before that.
Never seen one episode of the Drew Carey show.
It's funny. I doubt there's many who have. I don't feel anybody's ever like, oh, remember that episode of the Drew Carey show? But that's kind of where Drew Carey like really got his claim to fame, other than Whose Line Is It Anyway? But
Price is Right.
I mean, now it's Price is Right, obviously. But yes, I'm Jesse Gibson. This is Ray Solorio.
Hey.
Welcome in, everyone. I think this week's episode will be pretty cool. We don't have any guests, but we
have
do
a
have
lot to talk about today.
Yes, there's a lot for both of us to talk about. I think this whole Pokémon Worlds thing is very intriguing. You're going to talk more about
Pokemon
that?
Worlds, yeah.
What is that exactly?
It's a once a year.
Yeah.
It's a tournament
Okay.
where players from the TCG,
Okay.
from the game,
Okay.
from Pokemon Go,
Okay.
and Pokemon Unite.
Oh, geez. So it's like from all of these different Pokemon Worlds
Exactly.
come together. What the? I just...
World's Championship.
I didn't mean
World's
to do that.
Championship.
Okay.
So this year they had it at in Anaheim. Last year was in Honolulu.
Oh, dang.
And then before that, I think it was London. I'm not 100% sure. But I can't remember the year, but they had it here in Nashville, probably 2016.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the cool thing about Pokemon Worlds, for a person that's not into playing any of these,
Yes.
because you have to, in your local tournaments, win local tournaments, and then win regionals and nationals to get invited to it.
Okay. Gotcha.
So it's the cream of the crop. But the people like you and me that just want to go and experience this, they have a dedicated Pokemon Center store there that you can only buy merch at Worlds.
Oh, okay. So it's like exclusive to that
Exactly.
event.
Yes.
I want to give a quick shout out to Shane, the guy who does our clips and all this stuff. I threw this out there on last week's SCN pod because he was doing the clips over there. He's no longer over there because of just some expansion of what we were doing. But he's going to continue to do it here. He may be doing a few others, but I'm just throwing this out there. If anybody's looking for a guy who does social media work and does it very well, very quickly, Shane's your guy. If anybody's interested in getting somebody like that who needs someone professional on the team to put out clips for content, he is the go-to. Let me know. Hit me up. I can get you his contact information.
Great work.
Just wanted to throw that out there. But that being said, we've got a huge mailbag, which thank you to all of you listeners for doing that. In the non-sports cards nonsense group, I would think we're going to try and do this a little bit more often. We don't do it as often as the other pod, but on here, I'm going to try and do it a little bit more than once every month or every other month or something. I feel like it's barely
Get
we've
those
ever put it out there.
questions cooking.
Yeah,
Put them
so
in that crock pot.
we got a good crock pot of them, a good goulash of them. Then we will go to, I've got Star Wars, new release, some PSA GameStop buyback information that I think is interesting.
I'm interested.
And then a little GPK update that I didn't get to last episode. So let's start with maybe going to the Star Wars product release, because that comes out this week. There's another product I'm going to mention as well, but we'll start with Star Wars. I've already talked about this a little bit when we first got an announcement of this coming out. Star Wars Topps Chrome 2025 is the release. It comes out this Wednesday. It will be probably the most popular non-sport release in this week. Last week it was Marvel Mint. The week before that it may have been like Chrome or Sapphire. It's like we've had so many from Topps specifically releasing all of these like really actually nice non-sport products. This one is nice because we've gone a little while without a Star Wars release, and we needed that. We needed a break. I think the last one was probably Mayo, and Mayo did not hit. Did not hit as we were hoping. Some were hoping it probably would. I still have some myself. That's probably going to continue to be like giveaways and or maybe I'll do a break at some point. But it's popular in some sense for a few of the inserts, some of the rare inserts in there, but I just have not seen as much love given to it. And I think it was all with timing because we had so many Star Wars releases up before that, and we just had Masterwork come out, which is a pretty expensive product as well. And then you get this one, and it just was not what people were looking for. So, but that was 2-3 months ago. So now we've had a little bit of break, and now there's been a little bit more built up demand. So we get to Star Wars Topps Chrome, comes out this Wednesday. I'll be breaking on Fanatics Live if anybody wants in. I only have a few cases right now. They'll be getting some more, but there'll be plenty for Wednesday. The overall thought process, my overall take of the product is I like it, especially where it's coming out price-wise. Right now, I think it's around $275, $300. It was like at $250. I liked it even more then. But every box has an autograph. The Breaker's Delight, which is going to be even more expensive. I think those are about $400 a box. Those have 2 autographs in them. Every case will have 3 sketches, I believe. If you're doing the Breaker's Delight, every case will have 2 sketches if you're doing just hobby. Dave & Adams does not have a price listed for it currently. Steel City has a price, and it's now like $500 a box, I think, for Breaker's Delight, and like $350 or more for just a regular hobby box. It's getting up there. And I'm afraid it's going to go higher than that. And I don't want it to. Granted, demand is demand. It'll do what it wants. But from my opinion, I think this is a nice, like, maybe $250 to $300 box. Jude Law is signing for the first time in the Star Wars universe. That's pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to getting some of those, pulling one, maybe getting one myself. You also have Carrie-Anne Moss from Matrix and a few other things. She's from Acolyte in this case. Nick Frost, who I think I mentioned last time, he's going to be in this. Nick Frost does a lot of movies with Simon Pegg. Then there's also Lee Jung Jae, who is from Squid Games. He's signing in this. A couple other first-timers. And then you've got the big ones that are coming back. Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Natalie Portman. The inserts are, I think, what are really attracting a lot of people. Some inserts we have not seen before, some that look pretty cool as far as samples, and some we haven't even seen examples of yet. So, for instance, you've got the Kyber Light. To some, I think I showed it to you, Ray. If you look at this picture right here, that's the Kyber Light insert.
The Yoda?
Yeah. What are your thoughts? I feel like it's like something you would wear on a shirt.
But if it was a Darth Vader, I bet it's going to look pretty dope. Or
that's kind of what I was like.
Darth Maul or Kylo Ren. I don't know.
We know right now the characters that are on the checklist for Kyber Light.
We do? Okay.
Yeah, so you do have like there's obviously we have Yoda already in there, but then you've got Mandalorian and Grogu. You've got one with both of them. You've got Ahsoka is also in there, Greedo, Han Solo. Luke Skywalker. I do not see a Darth Vader in there, unfortunately. I see a Darth Maul, though. There's a Darth Maul. Okay. That could be pretty cool.
I'm liking that.
Ooh, and we got a little Chewbacca. You know I'm a Chewbacca fan. All right, so there's some options there. The Galactic Graffiti, we'll see. I don't see any Vader in there either. I do see essentially a lot of the same names as the Kyber Light one. There's some other interesting ones that they're going to be doing. Bonus stage is like an arcade cabinet throwback. I assume that's probably going to be like a shadow box type of card. You've got double vision, which is like a lenticular. That's one like where you move it and it changes from like a still to like a live action type of shot. Those are numbered to 50. I would love to pull one of those. And then Star Wars by the number, which I'm curious. I don't even know what this is. Line art cards that collectors can color or customize. The other like big things to talk about is it's a huge checklist. It's 200 characters. It's gigantic. You'll probably, if you're going to do a break, you'll probably have to do like alphabetical or something like that. Some people have already seen.
How are you doing it?
I'll probably do an alphabetical. I've seen some people list out every character, all 200 spots plus.
So how does the
alphabetical
work? Like you buy a letter? You buy
a letter. Now some characters would be excluded from that. So it's like you would include like Darth Vader in the D spot, but you'd include like maybe a number of other smaller
D would be
characters.
Darth Maul, Darth Vader, Darth.
Exactly. Yeah, a lot of those Darths would get their own spots, whereas like a number of like the smaller names that maybe some are not as familiar with. In this case, you might get like DJ, Dr. Gorst, Dryden Voss. Yeah, maybe you'd throw in Dryden Voss even. I don't know. But yeah, a lot of those would go to the D spot. The cards I like how Topps has been doing this in the last few product releases, though. They've kind of been taking chances on some different styles, different inserts. The ones that we already discussed, I think are going to be pretty cool. The thing I don't love is the number of parallels. There's 15 out in just a hobby box. There's 15 parallels in the hobby box. There are 20 when you go to the Breaker's Delight. So there's 3 different kinds of out of 5s in the Breaker's Delight. It's just too many. Like I don't need that many. It's going to be something that I wish people would listen and be like, hey, let's cut down maybe like at least a third of these, but we'll see.
What's the sweet spot for a breaker like yourself with inserts?
Well, it's funny because I consider myself a breaker and a collector. So it's like from a breaker's point of view, I don't hate it because it's like, okay, if that's going to be the case, maybe they'll put more numbered cards per box. I think right now in a hobby box, there's, I think it's 4. Yeah, 4 numbered cards in every hobby box. It's 6 in every Breaker's Delight box. I like that we're giving customers more value in the sense that they have a numbered card versus like just a base. However, I don't want that to sacrifice like value because, there's like one that's out of 199 and then there's one that's out of 175 and then there's one out of 200. And it's like, okay, they're all essentially the same number at that point. Like it's like you just watered down your parallels. But I can also see the flip side of that where it's like, okay, if the parallels are different colors or different enough where it's like, well, maybe the one that's out of 199 didn't hit, but the one that's out of 175 was like a cooler color or a cooler style, and that one was more popular, then okay, maybe that's something you could make the argument of, well, you don't have to hold any value to the one that's out of 199, but the one that's out of 175 has a much cooler style. Everyone likes that. We'll just put more value on those, you know? So, but again, overall, my feelings are just less is more in that case. Predict that we will probably see prices top out around $350 to maybe $375 for a hobby box. I'm hoping that is the very, very top. GameStop does have GameStop has booster boxes or blasters. Blaster. $30. GameStop has blaster boxes that are selling for like $30. I don't believe there's any there's no guaranteed auto in there. There may be like a guaranteed number card or something, but I think someone said they're already available, which I would find odd because the product doesn't actually release till Wednesday. They may have just meant like it's showing up online, but Foundation is a TV show on Apple Plus. Have you seen that at all? No. So it's a sci-fi show. Isaac Asimov is like the guy who wrote the book. Foundation is, if you like hard sci-fi, it's a cool show. I happen to be a big fan of hard sci-fi.
What would you categorize hard sci-fi?
Hard sci-fi is where they like
soft
get into
sci-fi.
That's a fair question. Soft sci-fi would probably be more like, probably most like Star Trek or like things that are more easily consumable to the average watcher who's not gonna like get lost in the minutia of big words and basically what I'm saying right now, all the technical terms I might throw out there, like where they'll use math and actual science to explain things a lot of times.
That's hard or soft?
That's hard. Yeah. Soft is much more digestible. Like, hey, we have a time machine. Back to the Future is a soft sci-fi. You would probably classify that. Interstellar would probably be much more of like on the hard sci-fi side of things. That all being said, people like both. Some people don't find some as interesting. My personal opinion of the show Foundation is, I think if you get past like the first episode or the first few episodes and like really like pay attention, it's not like one of these where you can watch and be on your phone scrolling or something. You got to like watch because you need the detail. I say all this because they have a product that just came out this week. Rittenhouse on Wednesday releases the Foundation Seasons 1 and 2 product. Rittenhouse, we've talked about before, had them on the show. Great company. I think they do a really good job with a few different sets. But this Foundation set is the first release for that show. There's a lot of big characters in it that they will have autos from.
I don't know any of these actors.
So that's the problem at the end of the day is a lot of the characters that you will have signing in this product. The two big ones, like the two biggest actors in the show, did not sign. So that's Lee Pace and
fire him.
Lee Pace and Jared Harris. Jared Harris was like Dr. Moriarty in the Robert Downey Jr. version of Sherlock Holmes. But anyways, those two actors didn't sign, and that's unfortunate. But the rest of the characters like Demerzel, Gail Dornick, Brother Dawn, Brother Dusk, 3 autographs per box. That's what I love about it too. It's not something crazy. It's not super expensive.
Are you a fan of this show?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I like the show a lot. And
I would guess a lot of people are if there's trading cards.
No? You would think that. I don't know. Well, Rittenhouse is making cards of things that aren't the most popular because they're a little cheaper for IP. Like it doesn't cost as much to be able to.
They're like getting in on the ground floor.
It could be. It could. I mean, they were making cards of Iron Man before like nobody had bought up the rights to Iron Man, the Robert Downey Jr. movie, and I think Robert Downey Jr.'s auto from that product sells for like around $5,000 or something like that. Wow. So like at the time,
one of these no-name actors could be like the next Leo DiCaprio.
Could. I mean, there's some younger ones like that could possibly be big. David Adams has these boxes listed at $115. Not bad. You get 3, like I said, 3 autos in there. If it takes off, I could see it reaching up to maybe 150. If it doesn't, maybe drop down to like $75 a box. That's what's great about some of these products that come out that aren't huge. You're not going to see huge swings either way most of the time unless you get another like Robert Downey Jr. situation when Marvel movies took off. But that's also a good thing in the sense like you're not going to miss the boat either. If it sells out, you can probably get resale for something not too extremely high over retail.
Pokémon Worlds, competition between the players. 3 different divisions, Jesse. So junior, senior, and master. Okay. So everyone gets a certain. The cool thing about the people that win this stuff, they get like a special winner-only promo, like a card.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they get like really cool merch, like a trophy. They get a lot of really good stuff if you end up winning.
All right.
Plus, you get some money.
Oh, there is money.
There is money involved. 3 to 2 finalists receive a $20,000 grand prize.
Oh, dang. Okay.
So, I mean, there's a lot of money in here. But we're talking about the Pokemon Center exclusive merch that's there during the Worlds. And they've been doing this for a long time. There's like Pokemon Center clothing, plushies, a bunch of other stuff.
Okay.
And the bad thing about this, and we've been talking about scalpers for a very long time.
Yes.
Whenever there's something that is super exclusive, and I've seen videos, the lines to the Pokemon Center there were like ridiculous.
Really?
To a point at night when everything's kind of like done with, people will set up on the street like they do like at a flea market, like with a tarp out and just put stuff out.
Oh, that's what was going on. You sent me that one link.
Sell it.
Oh my goodness. I didn't realize that's what was happening. It was just people selling all this stuff.
All the merch that they got.
That guy said it was like going for at least 2 to 3x what they had just bought it for. Wow.
Yeah. There's a Pokemon baseball jersey that was sold there that I really want.
Oh,
size 2X. If you have it, hit me up. But I think it retailed for like maybe like $40 and it's like $180, something stupid.
Jeez. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So do people have to like essentially buy tickets though to get in to buy that merch?
I don't think so.
No, it's just free to the public.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm not 100% sure, but I would think so.
Okay. Well,
because they're there to watch the competition and all that stuff. So it was a store, you just go in there and shop.
Okay. You
just have to be there.
Interesting. All right. Well,
I wait in line.
I'm looking now, and I did see the 2025 Pokemon World Championships. The prizes range from, it said for Pokemon TCG, so the card game, you're looking at all age divisions. First place is $50,000. Second place is $30,000. What's cool is like they have prizes down to the 32nd place, and like so 17th through 32nd place still get $5,000.
That's great.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
You got to get there. You got to think about that, right?
Sure. Like you got to beat out a number of people. I wonder how they do the Pokemon Go, like the app-based game, because you would think you would have to go around and play. Yeah, I wonder how they actually do that.
Then Pokemon Unite, they have like teams.
Yeah. Okay.
That play against each other. So
okay. Well, that's pretty cool though. So that's what's going on in the Pokemon world over the weekend.
Correct.
Some of that.
So in the Pokemon world, they did announce a couple new things for the new video game, Pokemon Z and A.
Oh, okay.
They're gonna have like competitive 4-on-4, like battle royale type of gameplay that you can play online.
So this
like
is for the video game?
The video game that will come out here in the near future.
Okay.
So you can battle 3 other people, you being one of them, and it's kind of like a battle royal. You're like fighting this Pokemon, and then you're fighting this one, and then whoever knocks out the most Pokemon like moves on to the next round kind of thing.
Wow, man, they're throwing a lot of money into gaming and TCG as well, obviously. But I didn't realize that the games were getting. I don't know. That's pretty intense. I like that.
I'm excited for that because it's not. The new game is a little different mechanic. It won't be like turn based.
Okay,
it'll be like live. You like pick the move and then
it goes.
Performs.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So it's not like you go first and then I'll go first.
So there's like a speed element that I guess
so.
would be added to it in that case.
Yeah, I don't know how it's going to work necessarily, but I'm excited for it.
Okay.
I'm excited for it. But the big thing that they announced is they announced a new rarity for the Pokemon TCG.
Oh,
it's
okay.
Called, they're calling it Attack Rares.
Interesting. Okay. All right.
So it's the new Mega Evolution cards coming out for the new Mega Evolution sets. We saw Gardevoir, Lucario, Mega Gardevoir, Mega Charizard.
Yes.
Which looks.
We've seen some art for that, right?
We've seen art for all the ones that I've named off.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a callback from the old Mega cards that we had beforehand.
Yeah, it looks like almost like a 3D graphic, like it reminded me of like old 3D art. Like it was a little bit more roundy. It felt like it wasn't as detailed, but at the same time, I could get why it would be popular, especially if it's a throwback to some of the earlier artwork. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not sold on the artwork. I have to see like the texture on it and look at it in person. But the cool thing about it in English, if you don't know, it has like Japanese writing on it, which the Japanese is the move of the card that is being performed.
Oh, okay.
So in Japanese, that's actually written in English.
Interesting. Yeah. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and that's how they did that back in the day too. So it's a thing.
But I wonder how they do that in other languages. I wonder if it's always Japanese.
Question. Yeah, because we'll have Chinese cards. There's Spanish cards also. So I'm great. Yeah, that's a great question. But I would think Japanese.
I would think so too.
That would be like the default thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I was worried, Jesse, because I'm like, oh man, I was super excited about this new Mega Charizard that is coming out and these new sets. I'm like, man, this can't be the actual artwork.
Yeah.
For the the chase card. I like it, but it's not
doing it for you.
It's not doing it for you.
Okay.
And there has been a couple leaks for this card, and recently, I think this morning or last night, the SIR for the card actually did get leaked, and it is I wouldn't say confirmed, but I would say it's 95% confirmed.
Really? So that artwork that has been leaked, that is pretty much confirmed for the most part.
For the most part.
And that's the one that you're not high on. And the one that I saw, I wasn't
That's the one I am super high on.
Oh, okay. So wait, the Mega Charizard and the Attack Rare.
Correct.
Those are two different ones.
Correct.
And you're not high on the Attack Rare.
I'm not high on the Attack Rare, but that's what I was worried about. I'm like, is this going to be the chase, or are they actually going to release a a special illustration rare Mega Charizard?
I see. Okay.
And then, because I've seen there's been a couple leaks floating around.
Okay.
And finally, the one that's out now, I think, is the one that they're going to release. And
you like that.
I love it.
Now, the Attack Rare, do we know, is it more rare than other rarities? Like, I don't know, like, what...
It's weird. We're going to have to really figure this out, because they're also going to have a gold card rarity.
Man, they're adding so many rarities. It's like the whole parallel thing all over again. I talk about with the Star Wars. It's like there's too many rarities.
You were talking about like the serialized numbered cards, right?
Yes.
So instead of doing that, they're just creating harder rarities for you to pull.
Yeah. Which in some sense, it's kind of like how, the V-Friends cards that we were just opening. Oh, that is kind of cool. Okay. Whoa. Is that like is it multiple different
it's Mega Charizard.
Yeah.
And then within the card, you see the whole evolution line for Charizard. So you see the Charmander, the Charmeleon, the Charizard, and then the Mega Charizard.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people, I would say it's 100% confirmed. The illustrator of this card, if you look at other illustrations that he's done, it's the same kind of illustration. Yeah, very similar. And so if this is the card, like legitimately,
it's gonna be big,
bro. It's gonna be like, you think things are
let me ask you,
cooling off, things are only gonna ramp up.
Are you saving? Does that mean like, if I have like limited funds to spend, am I saving my money on what's the set that comes out before the Mega set that's about to come out?
We don't know where this card is going to go into.
Oh, it's not. We don't know if it's coming.
We don't know if it's going to be.
Knew it was a Mega.
Well, the new one, the Mega one is coming. The Mega one, we already know those cards, right?
Okay.
But we don't know if this is going into the Phantasmal Flames set that's coming out, or a set even older or even further down the road.
Oh, wow. So if this is, we know it's not in Mega Evolutions.
We know that for a fact.
Do you think hold your money on Mega Evolutions, or because it's the first in the new series run, like this is the end of Scarlet and Violet, and now we're going into the Mega Evolutions era. That's like one of those times where usually people want to buy the very first thing that comes out, even though the very first series of Scarlet and Violet, the base set, has not been all that popular as far as like, there haven't been a ton of cards in it, and prices they're up a little bit, but they're not crazy. I was just looking, I think it's still like $1,200 for a case when you could sell basically the next two series after that for I think $1,300 to $1,400 for a case. I wonder if it'll be the same with this. Mega Evolution's the first one, not as popular.
I don't know. I mean, it looks good to me. I like it, but I predict that this set is going to come out during the November or Christmas time.
Whatever this
one is, because if you look at the card, you look at the set number.
Yeah,
it's out of 94, which is super small of a set number. So it's 125 out of 94. So we're saying that's, what is it, 30 something cards over the set number.
Yeah,
which they're going to be bangers. I can't wait. And then if there's the Mega Gengar in this set, if it is in the Phantasmal Flame set, bro,
Phantasmal Flames may be the hot one.
It's gonna be hot fire.
I would think it would be in that one, because if Mega Evolutions is the next one that comes out, right? Mega Evolutions expansion is scheduled to launch on September 26th.
That's the base set.
Yes. So the base set comes out the 26th. Phantasmal Flames would be probably, I'm guessing, 2 to 3 months after that.
I think it's going to be the November.
So then, it would have to. I would think that card then, the one that you're high on, the Charizard, would probably be in that. And
I would think so.
Phantasmal Flames one.
Which,
all right,
because of this, it's only going to cause other Charizard cards to go up in value.
Okay. I mean, here's the thing. I would love to see that happen. I'm a big Charizard fan, and I've got a few myself. So switching gears a little bit, I want to talk about PSA and GameStop and how they are offering buybacks to their customers. Both GameStop and PSA are offering you money for your PSA graded cards.
All right.
But they are not the same amounts. And they are not for, like, if you sell your card to GameStop, those cards go to GameStop. GameStop will resell them on their website.
Okay.
I think most of the times. I don't think they're reselling in shop, but I guess they could. But those cards go to GameStop for them to be able to flip. If you sell to PSA through your cards being in the PSA vault, or you get it graded, and I think they're now offering like immediate offers on their cards, you can sell to PSA and they will take that card and put it into like a repack, which is what they've been doing. You mentioned the first time with Jeff Wilson did his PSA repack. That's essentially where a lot of these cards are now going to, repacks for breakers and or card shops.
Okay.
So the fact is, though, PSA offers an amount and GameStop offers an amount, but they are not the same amount. And Funkle Cards, aka Matt Hathorn, he came on the podcast not too long ago. He talked about his Saved by the Bell cards. He had an article in PSA magazine. Very cool guy. He shared what his experience was with this with
So he's
a few
already
different
done
cards. Exactly. So this was about a week ago, and he took I think it was 3 or 4 cards. So he's got, in this case, a 2021 Pokemon Celebrations Classic Collection Mewtwo. It was a PSA 9. The PSA offer was $19.80. The GameStop offer was $13.86.
Okay.
You get an extra, I think, plus 10%, he said, if you are the pro member.
Gotcha.
Which I think most people are pro members if they're selling their cards back. So you get an extra like $1.38 or something. The next one was a Ditto, a 2021 Ditto Sword and Shield Shining Fates. This was a PSA 10. It's a Ditto VMAX. This was card. Well, it was offered. PSA offered almost $40 for it, $39.60. Whereas GameStop, they offered $27.72 plus another 10%. We'll call it $30 if you're a pro member. So you're basically making almost 10 extra bucks selling it to PSA, which I find interesting. The next one was a Curla. Is that how you pronounce Curlia? KIR? Sure. Yeah, okay. 2023 Pokemon Japanese Scarlet and Violet. This was an art rare, and it was a PSA 10. Again, PSA offered $39.60, essentially $40, and GameStop in that case offered 20 with the 10% extra. It was like 20, almost $28. So again, in every instance, GameStop's offering less for their buybacks than PSA. I find that interesting because it's like, how do you compete? And especially with GameStop and PSA kind of doing business together already because they've got a partnership with the grading side of things. I'm guessing GameStop will just have to up their amounts if they're seeing a decline in the buybacks because people are just going to be like, oh, well, I can just sell it back to eBay.
How do if I were to sell my card to PSA, how would I do that?
So I guess right now my only knowledge is when you get it graded, they'll make an offer. When you put it in your vault, they'll make an offer.
I don't know if I don't do any of that stuff.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I don't know if there's a current process for them to just buy back your card. If it's just like, hey, I bought this at a card show this weekend. Would you guys want to buy this? And if so, what price?
Exactly.
So that may be coming. I'm not sure.
So
maybe
I
it's
think
here.
That's the difference between selling it on PSA and selling it on GameStop.
Yeah.
If I'm a regular Joe Schmo.
What were you about to say? A regular
Joe Schmo.
I heard a in there. But okay.
That has these random graded cards in my collection, and I need some quick cash.
Yeah.
I'm going straight to GameStop.
Yeah, because you can be there that same day.
Give me some cash, or I need to buy.
If I break into someone's home and I steal all their cards, I'm going down to GameStop as my pawn broker, as opposed to sending them into PSA.
Hey.
Yeah, I trust me. I'm thinking along the same lines.
Or I want to buy the new PS6 or something, or the new Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out.
Yes. Okay. So that is obviously a good point where
there's less friction.
Yeah, location, time, GameStop would win in that situation, whereas the total amount, the offer amount, is going to be winning by PSA, being won by PSA.
And then you have to mail it,
Yeah,
It's I'm not.
So
doing,
PSA
I'm not
wins
doing
for money, and GameStop wins for time and convenience, I guess.
Kind of like the same thing. It's like when you submit your cards to get graded, you could do it yourself and save some money. Or you can have somebody do it for you and then pay a little extra and then have them handle it.
Sure.
So it's
convenience.
Similar.
You're paying a convenience fee essentially. All right. Well, that was all I had on it. I thought it was interesting though, because I think a few people have asked, like now, especially now that PSA is making offers, how does that compare with GameStop? The other thing I wanted to mention was the Garbage Pail Kids, the release of Battle of the Bands with Green Day. It comes out August 27th. I don't know if breakers and or card shops are going to get allocation for this. As of this time, we haven't been offered anything. I did hear that some shops in the UK have been offered some. So I know that at least some people are going to get a little bit of this product. It seemed to sell out very quickly on the website. I think I bought 10 boxes of it. They didn't have cases for sale. They just had the boxes. So I bought like 10 of those. I don't know how I want to do this. If I'm going to do breaks, if I'm going to do personals, or if I'm just going to rip half of it myself. But I'm excited for it because it does have actual, like, it's not just like the characters of the band members, but it's actually the photos, like real life photos and their names on these cards. But they will also have like some funny, weird art versions of them in the product as well. So that'll be something that people are excited about coming up here very soon. If I get more details, I'll let you guys know.
I'm excited.
I do want to do the mailbag, but before we do, can we do the courtyard giveaway? Been very kind. They are giving some more cards away. This time they just said, hey, here's some money. Go buy some packs and then give them away to your listeners. We're going to do this when we end up inevitably showing this on social media. All you need to do is put your username in there. We will pick a winner and we will post what winner's in there. The other contest that we've been having from Courtyard, we're going to have winners for them very shortly. I asked them to get those lists together so we can let you guys know who won what. But this one will be very straightforward. Once we pick the winners, we'll just send it over to your Courtyard username, and that'll be that. So let's find out. We have two $50 packs and one $100 pack.
Ooh.
Just so you know, Hobby 15 getting you 15% discount whether you're a new or existing user. First $50 pack we got 1999 Pokemon game Super Potion PSA 10. Looks like the buyback, the 90% buyback offer is $32.39. Next $50 pack we have.
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay, 1999 Pokemon Jungle Vaporeon Hollow, and that is a PSA 9. Whoa, that ain't bad.
That's a good one.
Our 90% buyback is $154. This may be actually better than our $100 pack. Oh,
that's not bad, too.
1999 Pokemon game Alakazam Hollow. It's a PSA 7. Goes for $53. So that one we did not do as hot on. However, what's interesting is our $50 pack got us a $150 card plus. Well, actually worth more than that, but that's not bad. So those are our three cards. Again, if you guys want to win, all you need to do is when you see this post on social media, wherever it is, drop your Courtyard username in the comments. We will be picking winners from there.
Were they giving away free cards at the National? Like that button that you would press and you would win?
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh, yeah. It was very cool. I loved it. Yeah, the giveaways were very nice. Now let's go to mailbag. If you are ready, sir. There's a lot of questions in here for you, Ray.
Sheesh.
I'm starting from the top and going down. Well, we'll hit as many as we can. Mark Sakaguchi wants to know, which Pokemon S&V Scarlet and Violet sets would Pokemon Scarlet and Violet sets would be a good sealed investment?
Man, this is a hard question. I would recommend, let me preface by saying this. I am not in any way or form telling you how to use your money, spend your money.
Okay.
I am not your financial advisor. Any reason.
Okay.
But these are my opinion and my opinion only.
All right.
So in my first opinion, I would recommend that you don't invest in Scarlet and Violet at all and go into invest in Sword and Shield right now.
Really?
But the question that's being said because a lot of the sets are going to get reprinted.
Okay. All right.
So I would spend my money on an older set that you can kind of get the same value, buy the same value, get something that you know is not going to get reprinted.
Okay. All right.
So that's my first caveat. 4 sets that I think that you should pick up.
4 sets okay. All right, cool.
First of all, let's go ahead and get it out of the way.
Yep.
151.
Okay. I figured that had to have been the first
151. The nostalgia factor is out. It's ridiculous. That alone should, have cause the price to go up.
Sure.
Over time. If you see the the Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer box.
Yes.
It's crazy. I think it's like $900 right now. Something crazy.
That's insane.
Don't quote me. I'm not looking at anything right now. That's just off the top of my head.
I'll see if I can find
a lot of people right now, and I know that you're listening to this, and you're like, oh my gosh, Ray, again with the 151, what are you doing? It's been printed to the ground. What are you doing? you have to remember that this is a specialty set.
Yeah.
There were no booster boxes of this set, period.
Okay.
So each booster box contains 36 cards in a booster box.
Yep.
There is no shelves with 36.
Yeah.
You know, so think about that. You see all these Blooming Waters, you see all these Costco drops, all this stuff. Think of that as your booster box, if you will. And still, it's not even enough to add up to a booster box.
Okay, I like the thinking behind that. All right, so because there's no booster boxes of 151, the fact that we do have some reprints and Blooming Waters and some other things, that's good in the sense that that doesn't even equate to the amount that you would have had if you did have booster boxes. Okay.
So you put,
by the way, $900 for the Pokemon Center ETB.
So was
you
right.
were right. Yeah.
Right.
And it's like $4,000 for a box, a sealed case, I should say,
of Pokemon Center ETBs.
Which there's only 4 of them in there though. So yeah, that's pretty crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What's the price on the non-Pokemon Center ETB?
151 ETB, Scarlet and Violet, train, sealed. Nothing about the Pokemon Center. $340.
$340 for the non-Pokemon Center.
Yeah,
ETB.
I didn't realize they had gone up that much. $340. Wow.
And they're not reprinting that. So think about that. They're not reprinting the Elite Trainer box, or, you know, another thing that Pokemon is doing. I don't know if you know this, Jesse, but they're starting to they are flooding the market with big box retailer exclusive product on purpose. Costco's, BJ's, Sam's Club, they're flooding that directly.
Okay.
So the market will kind of fix itself.
They don't want there
that.
to be such high prices.
They don't. They want the price to come down.
They don't want there to be such high prices.
So that's why they're doing that, but you know, it's still causing the price to go up. So with that being said, the same reason why I think you should pick up 151 is the same reason why you should pick up Prismatic Evolutions.
Okay.
No booster boxes.
Okay.
No booster boxes whatsoever. You have the Umbreon, whatever you want to call it, in that set. That thing is nuts.
Yeah.
I think PSA 10 is like $2,000, something like that, dollars. You have, this is the first English set that you can pull a legitimate God pack out of.
Okay.
With all the evolutions.
Yeah.
In one single pack. Think about that. With the $20, the $40, whatever money that you're going to spend on a pack in the future, it could pay off big time if you hit that God pack.
Well, I've opened so many of those ETBs, and I've gotten
more of a reason why people keep ripping them.
Yeah.
And the product.
By the way, Prismatic ETBs, if anyone's curious, are going for like 110, 95 to 110 or something like that right now. Was there a Pokemon Center?
There
exclusive?
There was.
Pokemon Center. Oh yeah, because that's right. The Umbreon in that one is crazy expensive. Those versions, the ETB from Pokemon Center goes for $300. Okay.
$300. There you go.
All right.
One that slept on, Obsidian Flames.
Really? Okay.
I don't think. Yeah, Obsidian Flames.
That was the third Scarlet and Violet. I know that because I just sold a case of
everything on there is super cheap. I think over time this set won't be printed a lot.
Okay.
And people are going to go back and they're like, man, this set wasn't that bad.
Interesting.
So it's super cheap, easy to pick up. And then another one that I think because of the collector focused, Black Bolt White Flare.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think
this
so.
last one. Mm-hmm. All right. I actually thought you were going to say the one that I mentioned earlier was the Scarlet and Violet first edition, like just the base set, because of the fact that it is still lower in price right now. Like, actually, I just looked. I thought I had refreshed my eBay listing before the show. I hadn't. So it was going for about $1,100 a case for the booster boxes. But now there was a recent sale for like almost close to $1,400. I'm wondering if that will be continued, if the next one will sell for that much, or if that was just a one-off. But yeah, I'm curious because that one has been a little lower.
Well, that for sure won't get printed anymore.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so, right?
So that
I mean, the only thing that's going to continue to get reprinted would be maybe the Black Bolt White Flare, and then are they done with 151 now, or
I don't know. We'll see.
Hopefully, okay. Morgan John Fox, longtime listener, first time call. Morgan John Fox is the director of the Hobby documentary that
cool.
we were in.
Shout out
to him. He says, I'd love a deep dive into non-sport specific card shows around the country. Also, I nominate myself to go to the next one in Chicago, October 16th through 17th, and make some social and YouTube content for you all. Yes, Morgan John Fox, please make that. I would love to see it.
Great.
I'd love to know what you find there. And if anybody else is just like, they go around, if you go around to all these shows, or if you go around to multiple non-sport shows a year, I'm guessing it's probably because you're a dealer. Would love to hear from you. Cody James said, do you guys believe in Joe Hendry?
Do you know who Joe Hendry is?
I had to Google it. It's a wrestler.
It's kind of like a meme.
Okay. All right. Is it similar to like the I can't see John Cena type of thing?
A little bit.
Something along those lines. Yeah. Okay. Do you believe in John Henry?
I believe in Joe Henry.
Okay, Joe Henry, John Henry.
Say his name, he'll appear.
Is Bubble Mew worth the hype? Tristan Brown wants to know.
Yes.
Okay, you're a Bubble Mew fan.
I'm a Bubble Mewer.
And he's been going up in value?
Yes.
Okay.
By the time you're hearing this, I think the PSA 10 will be right at 2,000.
Really?
If I'm not mistaken. The prices are hovering around 18 to 19. I think it's going to hit 2,000 right now. Which, that being said, is a good segue. By the time everyone is listening to this, I actually filmed a YouTube video that's going to drop here on the Hobby Nonsense YouTube channel.
Hello.
The top 10 cards that you should pick up before it's too late.
I love that. I'm excited for this.
Check it out.
Okay.
I think the Bubble Mew down the road is going to be the one of the biggest chases in this generation, the Bubble Mew.
Really?
I love that card.
Okay. I'm excited to actually watch that list. I haven't seen it yet. Andrew Larson, is there a new set coming out this year that you're most looking forward to? He's looking for both a top set and a non-top set. He says, personally, so far this year, I've loved the Invincible cards from Keepsake / Super Products, and he's looking forward to the Upper Deck The Boys set.
The Boys.
So I would personally go with, for tops, I think the set that I'm looking forward to the most at this moment is a tie between the Toy Story set that's coming out.
Oh, snap.
That will have,
that was a thing.
Yeah, so it's going to have like I think it's 20 or 25th anniversary, something like that, of Toy Story. And it will have like a Tom Hanks and Tim Allen dual auto card.
Man, get out of here.
I think that's going to be really cool. But I'm also really looking forward, and this kind of answers someone else's question about when is SpongeBob coming. SpongeBob's also supposed to be coming out this year. If you
Top SpongeBob.
So those are kind of my tied tops products that are still yet to come out this year. If you were to Google tops SpongeBob cards, you will find that there is a site, a link dedicated to the product, and there is a button that you can click for notify, so that you can put in your phone number and email address. So they'll give you an update when they're going to release that, at least to the public.
Do you know anything?
There's no dates. I've not heard anything specific on it. Maybe I need to put out some feelers and see if I can find out. But yeah, nothing as of yet. But we've already seen some sample art, so we know that there's things being made for it. Just nothing specific.
Interesting.
I don't know. I feel like they teased a number of products at the Atlanta Tops convention this year, and we just haven't seen all of them yet, but we have already seen a few of them. So some of them have started coming out. So
did you go to that?
Yeah.
Really?
It was really cool.
Oh, I bet that was fun.
It was very fun, especially when they got to the non-sports section. There was a lot of exciting products that are coming out, especially like in the Marvel and Disney world. And we haven't even seen Topps Chrome Disney yet this year. Seeing what like the Marvel, both Marvel Topps Chrome this year and the Sapphire product did this year. I don't know what that's coming out at. I really, 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 really hope it's not crazy. Like I'm just afraid where it's going to build a bubble of some sort. Like it's going to be to the point where it's like, oh, people are paying, $20,000 for a case of this product, and they need to hit like one of 10 cards to make that money back. And then after that, you're not going to make the money. Granted, that's most of the people paying $20,000 for a product would probably be breaking it, but still, it's crazy to see what some of these are going for. But at the same time, hey, I want my cards to be more valuable. So again, it's the old chicken or the egg. Do I want cheaper product or do I want my cards more valuable? My non-tops set though that I'm most excited about is the Upper Deck Batman product. That'll have like it'll have the PMGs in there, the precious metal gem cards. It looks really cool. The photos I've seen.
A Batman shirt.
You are with the Mr. Freeze and the animated Batman. I love that. The 1990s animated version. I love that. Did you ever watch Batman Beyond, by the way?
No, I didn't like the animation style.
Oh, man, I really actually liked Batman Beyond, but apparently not enough people did because it got canceled. All that being the case, that Batman product was supposed to come out in August. We don't have a date yet, so I don't know if we're just gonna like wake up one day and it's like, oh, it comes out next week,
baby,
or if it's gonna get pushed into September or later. So,
nice.
Those are my sets. Gary,
I'm excited. Sorry to cut
oh,
you
I'm
off.
so I didn't even let you answer.
Well, I was just this. You were talking about Disney. I'm excited for the new Lorcana Fabled set that's coming out.
Right, that Goofy movie. I mean, you told me privately that was your favorite.
That is
Disney
my favorite
movie.
Disney movie.
I would say that and maybe like Robin Hood or something. Or yeah, I love Goofy movie is definitely top 3.
I've been sleeping on Lorcana. I opened up a case or a hobby box of the Jafar set.
Oh yeah,
filmed it, dude. It was brutal, but some of those cards, man, I don't know. They made a transition recently from to a full art.
Yes. Well, they've had
Enchanted.
The Enchanted they've had. It's just been like they've been very hard to hit. They're going to add in the new Fabled one some new rarities, and that'll be interesting what they do. Like if that adds, because the values have not like jumped significantly. We haven't seen like big jumps since really the Elsa.
Which I'm okay with that because I want to go back and collect a lot of the.
There you go. Exactly. This may be the time. Yeah. But I do wonder if this new set with the new rarities added in there, if that starts to create more buzz around that TCG. But I'm still excited. Either way, it's a cool product.
Yeah.
Let's see. Gary Waddle wants to know if we can invite vintage non-sports cards. Gary, I would love to do this. He wants specifically. Someone had asked like what genre. He said like chocolate cards.
What is that? Is that?
I think it's like cards that came with chocolate bars or something like that. Possibly.
Really?
Yeah, I think that was a thing. The problem is, Gary, I want to, and I will eventually. But
maybe
it's
Ryan
like
Nolan knows a little bit about it.
Yes, Ryan would know. Definitely has some information on it. And probably the next time he comes on, we'd probably have to talk it to him. But it's like some of this stuff gets so niche. It's like I want to talk about it, but I also want people to listen to it. Like I want enough interest gathered to where it's like, oh, we got a ton more listeners this week because of the subject or guest or whatever the case. And I don't know if that's going to be the one, but it doesn't mean we can't still give a little nod to it at some point. So
I don't know anything about chocolate cards, so I'm excited to hear a little bit about it.
Oh, baby, we're going to blow your mind next time we have Ryan on. There's all kinds of weird stuff out there, especially older stuff. But that's a good point, though. If there are, again, I'm looking for a vintage Pokemon guest, like someone who knows early Pokemon, to join me and Ray and just kind of talk about this a little bit more, like how to collect, what to collect from the earlier years of Pokemon. That would be vintage, I guess, in this case would be like late 90s Pokemon cards, right? Like, because that's the earliest Pokemon cards there are. But if anybody knows someone who
can go back to the card ass tops.
Oh, but Topps printed them, I thought, in 2000, wasn't it?
I mean, there's cards even before the TCG that came out.
Oh, really?
It's like, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. So, and that's why I want someone that can, like, you will be able to fact check. You'll know a lot of this stuff already.
Top Sun, card ass. There's one more. They're super nice.
Really?
It's like the original artwork for the game.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll take that. So, but if there's someone that like knows a lot about these things, please, for that genre and or any others, please message me or Ray. We'll be happy to look into getting them on here. Andre Pashdog, I'm sure I pronounced that flawlessly. He wants a Harry Potter. He said a Harry Potter post had me thinking about how imaginative Art Box was and how much of a shame it is that they're not around anymore, along with, I think, Bragen, Pacific, Collector's Edge, etc. There's a few. He's basically naming all these companies that put out some really cool card sets, but then those sets may or may not have been very big, especially at the time, and they aren't making cards, or at least not really making them anymore. I do know what you're talking about, especially with the Harry Potter art cards. Those are very cool, and they've got like cool memorabilia. Their value's been going up over time. It's funny because even though I believe it was a Topps product, so this isn't the same exact thing, but it's the same genre. Like early 2000 to 2010, there's a lot of like companies that were making cool movie and or TV show cards that would have the actors' autographs. They would have memorabilia things. They were innovating that product, the product in the non-sport world at that time, but a lot of them just don't get that much love. There's not as much known about them. Topps did like a Lord of the Rings one that does make me think of it, because I just saw a set of almost a completed set of Lord of the Rings cards sold for like $3,000. I was like, $3,000, and you've got like 9 characters in there, because it's got like all of the 4 of the Hobbits, it's got 3 of the 4 Hobbits. It's got like Gandalf, Aragorn, Gadriel, Arwen, Bilbo, Gimli. It's got all of the actors that played all these characters, but it's only gone for like $3,000. I don't know. I thought it would be more than that. Maybe I'm just looking through rose-colored glasses at some of the movie non-sport cards that are out there. But I agree. Artbox did a good job. Couple other ones. Try and get through the last few if I can. Min Vong wants to know, which would you rather have as a sealed investment for a Pokemon set? A booster box of the set or the Pokemon Center exclusive ETB version?
Pokemon Center exclusive ETB version.
Right? Like we just went over like some of the pricing on some of those. Yeah, I think that's for an investment specifically, like you said, that's what I would want.
Because not everyone can get one.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
They
sell
difficult.
out. They're very limited.
Yeah. I've been trying to get some on some of these releases.
Yeah,
it's never
super
getting
hard.
them. John Banian, maybe? What's thoughts on Marvel Claude cards being graded, especially with the issues on the back bottom on all Marvel Chrome this year? I've seen PSA 5s. I've also seen PSA 10s in Claude. Also, he says, I've seen new Star Wars Topps Chrome Blasters and GameStops. How are we liking the set? John, have not actually got to see the cards myself yet. So, yeah, like I said, they're apparently somehow they're selling them over there. I don't know if they're actually selling them in person yet. Maybe it was just like an online thing. But that going back to your original question about the Claude Marvel and other Marvel cards there has been an issue on some of these, not all of them, granted, but on the bottom, like center, if you look on the back, some of them just kind of like have the back edge is kind of lifted a little bit. I can see why some of them are getting PSA 5s. I don't know how PSA is grading the center Claude part, because to me, it's like if there's it's a jagged claw. Like I don't know how you compare that to being like perfect unless they just have like that claw, what it's supposed to look like every time, and then compare it to that. So my thinking is hopefully PSA is just grading everything on the outside and or center of the card, not including the claw cutout part of it. The claw cutout part, I think, unless it's just like the edges of it are lifted and or you see dents in it, I don't see how you can really grade for the perfect claw mark, So
I'm sure they have a system for that, because I'm sure there's other cards that have a cutout, and they're like, let's not grade the cutout.
Yeah.
Grade everything outside.
But die cuts are notoriously hard to grade anyway. So, yeah, it could be that they do have a system, but it's still not going to get you the highest grade. But the fact he says that he's seen a 10 in a Claude, it's kind of surprising, but I'm glad to know it. I'm glad to know that maybe that's not holding it back.
It might have been the first one on the top from the press.
That's the best one and the only one. Jeremy Byers, what percentage of drops are EQLs? I think he's talking about specifically for Topps in this case. So the amount of people that hit for Marvel Mint seems very small. Then we all know what the price of boxes do aftermarket. Is EQL really giving direct-to-customer a fair shot? So what's the alternative is my question, because if we don't do EQL, then it's a release to everybody who can create any kind of account they want. They can create multiple accounts under their dog's names and have orders under all of those before you ever got a chance to even know that the release was out there, right? Like that's my problem with not doing an EQL. Granted, I got 3 additional cases from the Topps Chrome Star Wars release because it was not an EQL. Because it was just open to the public, and I was one of the first ones on the site and ready to go. But with the EQL, I've never actually won one of those. However, I do feel like it seems more fair. It's very funny because I do understand what you're saying. It's like it doesn't seem like many won them. I don't, and I get where you're coming from, Jeremy, but it's like, how do you tell? How do we know that not many won them? Maybe there was just the same amount as most of them out there. I guess without the data, I can't say for sure if EQL is the right way to go, but it seems at least the most fair way to go. Until we find out something different, until we find out like, oh, people aren't actually getting much of this product. Maybe only 100 people win an EQL box or case versus, when they do it to the website, maybe 1,000 people are winning those. I don't know if there's a limited amount when they do it that way, but that would be the only way I think you could really say for sure. But if you have an idea for another fair way to do it, I'd love to know. With Pokemon, how do they usually do their drops?
Free for all,
just first come first serve, right? Yeah. So, and that's the thing.
Well, bots. Some of them will drop at like 3 a.m.
Oh, really?
So it's like you never know. But then there's Discords and cook groups to where, all right, this is what the information that we have, and they'll drop the link, and everybody in that cook group gets in line.
Yeah, and my thinking is, I just want it to be where a bot can't go in and do it. Like if it's me or you or anybody else, and they want to go and do it, buying it for themselves, to flip, to break, whatever, I'm okay with it, so long as we all have the same opportunity. But if it's someone who has a bot, who built out a bot to be able to do it faster than any of us humans could go out there and try and buy it, that's not fair to me, and that is what they do. They take advantage of these non-EQL drops.
Yeah.
So it's like, well...
There's been times on the Pokemon Center where I'll be typing real fast, typing in my address. Yeah. And he'll kick me out because he thinks I'm a bot.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, I'm not a bot. Fast. I'm a regular person, so I have to like almost be abnormally slow so I don't have to get kicked out.
What are your thoughts on Star Wars Galaxy product? Star Wars Galaxy is my favorite non-auto product, like the one that's not focused on autos or anything like that, just the art of Star Wars and like the different ideas and original art even. But they've got that was the product where we just saw the $100,000 Star Wars card, the record-setting card. That was the product that came from last year's Galaxy products. I've said many times was probably like one of my favorite products of Star Wars I've ever seen, and I anticipate that this year it'll probably be the same if they release a Galaxy this year. But yeah, Star Wars is probably number 1 or number 2, depending on if like Masterwork comes out and is good. Like this year's Masterwork was great. I think it's going to be hard to necessarily beat it, but Galaxy would definitely be up there for me. So BJ Kroger, will products like Star Wars lose steam without more movies and popular culture impacting them?
That's a great question.
Or is it cemented in non-sport collecting? There can't be too many Jar Jar cards, right?
Aren't they going to continue the saga?
So they're making another trilogy,
yeah,
but I don't believe it's in the same.
Like it's not going to be the Skywalker
same
saga?
Story, exactly. Yeah, so I can't believe there's a world where they would make a new Star Wars set of movies and not include some crossover characters of some kind. But yeah, it would not be following the Skywalker trilogies or at all. But I personally feel that Topps is doing one of the best things they can do by limiting how many products they put out, which hopefully they are. There was a lot earlier this year, and then they cut back. And I'm hoping, especially now that they've got Marvel and they've got Disney and Pixar, they are not going to be putting out quite as many Star Wars products each year because it does water down, in my opinion. But someone made the case before that, hey, every day there's a new Star Wars fan out there. My daughter recently became a new Star Wars fan, and she loves Anakin. She loves the episode 3. Yeah, old school Hayden Christensen.
Emo Anakin.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, she is a new fan of Star Wars, and there will continue to be new there will continue to be not stands, but fans of Star Wars.
The Eminem song.
And with that being the case, there's going to inevitably be a number of them who are card collectors and they want an auto. So that being the case, as long as they don't make too many of them, maybe we can continue to do this. But I would agree that at some point, maybe we max out on the number of Jar Jar cards, the Jar Jar autos that are out there, just so we don't completely dilute value. He gets plenty of love. He gets more than enough. In my opinion, have you seen like the
Darth
Jar Jar theory? Yeah. Here's the thing. If they pulled that off in a believable way, okay.
Dude,
absolutely.
he was the reason why everything went down.
I hope that some way they retcon and they add this story in, but I don't see it happening as of right now. And I think he's just going to be that goofball that
Jar Jar was the one pulling all the strings.
Well, good. See, and there you go. Right there, case in point, you have a Jar Jar fan that is still probably wanting their Jar Jar auto out there.
I would love it.
Sean Saito, top 3 nicest autographs. In sports, people say Babe Ruth or Mariano Rivera, for example. So who would you choose for the non-sport equivalents? I'll be honest. I didn't find enough that just popped out to me in the amount of time that I was trying to look before the show. The 2 that I did come to mind, and I did look up just to verify, one is the Robert Downey Jr. one that I talked about from Rittenhouse. When he signed on that card, you can actually tell like it's Robert Downey Jr. You can tell the name in there. It looks clean, and it looks also like, I don't know, it's something bold about how he signs his name. I like his auto, and I think that one's really cool. The other one is the actress who plays Sabine Wren in all these Star Wars autos. You'll see like XO or hearts or something like that. I like how she does her auto. Little smooch. So I like how she's doing those, and I think they stand out among the rest of the autos that are out there in a good way. You had a couple though. I think were pretty interesting.
It does remind me. Sasha Banks used to be an old, used to wrestle for the WWE. Mm-hmm. She was at the time early in her career. She had like a boss character. She was like a boss.
Oh, okay.
So when she would go to these autograph signings, she had a special stamp that said "boss" on it, and all of her autographs were.
See, here's the thing.
That's pretty cool. It's on par.
The autograph community would not stand for a stamped auto though. Ooh. They need that hand signed.
Okay.
Yeah, that is not okay for many autograph collectors.
Gotcha. So for me, 2 that came to mind were the I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Michihiro Arita.
Okay.
Which is the person that illustrated the original Venusaur, Blastoise, a lot of Charizard, a lot of the original Pokemon illustrations for the trading card game.
Oh, cool.
He still does a lot of when you go and get his autograph, sometimes he's at these shows. It's kind of random. It's a very like I don't know, like a crapshoot, right? Sometimes he'll just sign his name. Sometimes he'll put an inscription on there. Mm-hmm. But what you really want is when he draws the character on the card.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
There's been plenty of times where like you bring him a Charizard, he'll draw a Charizard on there with the flames coming out. So amazing. That's on my bucket list for sure.
Okay.
So, someone that I do have an autograph from is our boy Guy Gilchrist, and I know that we were talking about this before.
Yes,
he's a cartoonist. Mm-hmm. Worked on the comic strip Nancy, helped create the Muppet Babies. Worked super close with Jim Henson, Ninja Turtles as well, the cartoon. And whenever you get something signed by him, he draws another like illustration of that character, and he's done some cards with Pop Century.
Yep. Those are the ones I've pulled. A couple of them in last year's product. Yeah, that was really cool. You said you have something that he signed though?
Yeah, I have a Leonardo Ninja Turtle.
Oh, cool.
San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Funko that he drew on the side. It's a piece of art.
Did you buy that at the show? Did you go to the show, or did you get that elsewhere?
I had the Funko, and I knew that it was going to go to the Nashville Comic-Con.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, I'm getting him to do this. So,
that's so cool. Yeah. Okay, very nice. All right. Wesley Hoyle wants to know. Well, actually, he's not a question, just a point. He's kept his non-sport cards, sold the sports cards, less to keep up with. Wesley, welcome to the dark side. We are so happy to have you.
Or the light side.
Light side. You know what? I will say that as well.
There's a lot to keep up with on this. I can't. Dude,
What I've noticed between doing the Sports Cards Nonsense podcast and the Hobby Nonsense podcast is, well, Mike has basically taken over SCN, and it's all of the things he wants to talk about, but he's totally cool with me talking about the other things that I find as well. But it's much more narrowed, and it feels like, oh, I can talk about these things without doing, tons and tons of research. But it's like, I can talk about a few things in the non-sport world without doing tons of research, but there's just so many different genres, and, not only like, okay, I like Marvel cards. Oh, you like Marvel cards? Which ones do you like? What decade? And then who do you like the maker of them? Do you like how they were doing them with Upper Deck? Now with Marvel, what about the autos? Do you want comic book? Do you want real life actors? Do you want the voice actors? There's just like so many avenues that you go down with just like one set. And then, we're talking about like vintage chocolate bar cards, and like there's bubblegum wrapper cards, quote unquote. And then there's all kinds of like crazy stuff in this world. So yeah, it does get to the point where I know Wesley says less to keep up with. I'm guessing he's basing that off of what he collects specifically, but overall there's a lot that goes into this world. And it makes me think sometimes like, oh, does that keep people out of it? Like, is there a information barrier of entry to get into this because there's just so much I don't know? But what I do appreciate is like, okay, well, either way, I don't know everything about Pokemon, but I do know I like Pikachu and I like Charizard and I like a few others, and I can just go out and grab those cards, and I would be welcome to the community if I don't know everything about it. I don't necessarily feel that in the sports world, depending on what groups I'm going to. And that includes some of our own social media channels on the SCN side. It's like, if you don't know something that you should maybe know according to, the ones who have been collecting forever, there can be a little bit more
gatekeeping.
Yeah. Than there is in the non-sport world, in my opinion.
That's an interesting topic.
Yeah.
We can.
We could go all day. Yeah, that's a whole other episode, I'm sure. Last question in the mailbag, though. Actually, second to last. Anna Fraser wanted to know about the Topps SpongeBob set. And again, just going back to, I do not have the date, but you can set a notification if you go to Google, search Topps SpongeBob. There is a link that you can go to and then click, put in your information there. So the last question is Tony Capo. When will V-Friends become more widely available? So when you say that, I'm wondering if you're meaning like across like the world and other parts of the world, or are you just meaning like more available for the hobbyists here in the States, like at your local card shop or at Walmart or Target or something like that? I would say, I hope it doesn't become too widely available, right? Because scarcity is key in a lot of these products.
What do you mean by that?
I don't want any product that is collectible to be abundant. If it is collectible, to me, that means there's scarcity. That, like, those two things are almost synonymous in my mind.
You can still be abundant, but then have things within it to be collectible.
That's fair. That is 100% true. But it's like, if someone sees the box of, like right now, you go to Target here locally, you'll find so much basketball product. Not just like Topps, but Panini and anybody else will have tons of basketball product. It's like, that's supposed to be a collectible trading card in most cases, but there's just so much of it.
We are also in a market here in Middle Tennessee.
Yeah, it's not
that doesn't appreciate basketball.
That's very true. That is very true. I guess you're making a solid point in the sense that, yes, you could have inserts, you could have numbered stuff, you can have things inside of a product that are more scarce, and therefore it is both collectible in that sense, but it's also collectible because I can get my hands on it because it's at Walmart or Target or my local card shop. So I'm okay with that.
I would love for there to be a day where I can walk into a Target and pick up a V-Friends booster pack.
Okay.
A hanger booster pack. Give me 10 cards in the booster pack. Mm-hmm. And then just like Pokemon, maybe there's one chase. There are a couple chases that I'm looking for.
Yes.
Out of there. I don't want to have to go to a hobby store and pay $200 to $300 for a hobby box.
I
want to go to a Target. I want to buy a hanger. I want to be checking out. I see a hanger.
Yeah.
Let me throw that in my basket, $5. If I want to spend $30 on a blaster, I can buy a blaster.
Here's my solution: have there be blasters, but then have the hobby boxes.
Oh,
like we do. It's basically what they do now, right? Have more of the blaster boxes that will be in abundance at, say, a Walmart or a Target or wherever else you're getting it, and then have the hobby stuff be more exclusive. And don't put a ton of big hits in the blasters. That's my personal opinion. Like, I don't want to see like all the one of ones coming out of like Walmart blasters, and like hobby boxes get like the out of 300 cards. You know what I mean? Like,
but how cool is it that there's a possibility?
Well, it's true. It happens. Like the one that BJ Kroger, he pulled the Gary V sketch of like the empathetic elephant, I think is what it is, out of a $25, $30 box that he got over at GameStop. It was a blaster box he got for $30, and he sold that card on Fanatics Collect, I think, a few weeks ago for $7,200, something like that. That's an awesome thing to have happened. That's a really cool story.
Should have sold it on DC Sports.
Well, I mean, obviously DC Sports 87, that's your go-to consigning area. Speaking of, so many people have been consigning cards over there, and I am very happy to say the Marvel Mint and the Tops, or the Chrome, not the Tops or Chrome, the Gary V super stickers are selling very well. That's just a side point. But all of that being the case, when it comes to, say, V-Friends being available, I'm okay with that, is so long as we don't sacrifice getting it into the average Joe's hands for it destroying the value. That's it. That's your show. There was a lot of stuff, a lot of different things we discussed. Thank you for being here, guys. I will say again, thank you to our sponsors, but thank you to you guys most of all. Everybody who watches, who listens, who likes, subscribes, who comments. It means a lot. And the people who subscribe to the podcast, those numbers help us a lot too. So please continue to do that. Leave reviews, honest reviews. And if there's things you want myself, for Ray, for us to work on and or add or just keep doing, we take that too. So thank you for all of that. And we will see you on the next episode. Goodbye.
Bye.